This is the Bob and Brad VibeFlow massager. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what this device is. I'll cover what comes with it when you purchase it. I'll talk about the specifications and features, and then I will provide my overall thoughts after using the device. To start, I just want to talk about what this device is. You see, it looks sort of like a flashlight. These types of devices, I'm sort of classifying as non-percussive massagers. Essentially, they have a lot of similarities to a percussive massager or a massage gun, but they're more of a vibrational device. So they're falling in sort of that non-percussive massager space. There's a few different devices that I've taken a look at that look similar to these, but they're not all completely the same. So we'll just start by taking a look at the device itself since I have it here. So you see on the end of it, you've got quite a few different attachments. You have sort of a firm metal attachment here. You've got a round, more of a bullet head attachment here. You've got a larger flat attachment, and then you have some silicone nodules on the top. You have this top piece that moves a little bit back and forth, and then the rest of it looks, like I mentioned earlier, very similar to a flashlight handle. So you've got the Bob and Brad branding on it there. It's all sort of this brushed aluminum. You've got no buttons whatsoever anywhere around the device, and then on the bottom you have the power button, the speed adjustment, and then you have a USB-C charging cord. It's a relatively simple device, but again, it is really designed to target the people that like the feeling from a massage gun, but something that's not as aggressive. So you're gonna get more of a vibrational feel from this device. We'll talk about the specifications in a second. I wanna cover everything else that comes with the device. It does come with its own carrying case, very similar to the massage guns, especially with the Bob and Brad ones. You've got the blue little plate in the corner. You have a handle that's got a little bit of padding in it. It's reinforced. You have one zipper that goes all the way around the device. And then inside the case, everything has its own space. You see the massager goes here, you've got space for the charging cord, and then the instruction manual. As I just mentioned, it does come with a full color instruction manual. You've got a bunch of different pictures to show how to target different areas if you're doing different types of treatment on your body, just which attachment head to use and how to position it correctly for that treatment. It is also a battery powered device, so it does come with a USB-C charging cord. So it's USB-A to USB-C, and again, it just charges in the bottom of the device. So that is everything that comes with the device. So now I want to talk about the specifications and features of this. As I mentioned, I'm sort of classifying these as percussion-free or percussive-free massagers, but still want to talk a lot about the same features that I would with a massage gun. So I'm going to start with stroke length and stall force with this. The stroke length on this, because it is more of a vibrational device, is going to be under 2 millimeters. So you're talking like 1.5, 1.6 millimeters with this. So very small amount of space that's going to be vibrating back and forth. The stall force on these types of devices is really, really high. Essentially, you can't really stop them because you're not having something that's percussing back and forth that's really going to stop. Because that's such a small stroke length, you can really push as hard as you want with any of these types of devices, and it's not going to stall out. This is also a multi-speed device, so it does come with 4 speeds. Your lowest end speed is going to be 5,000 percussions per minute. Your highest end speed is going to be 7,000 percussions per minute. I'm going to go ahead and turn the device on. I'll show that stall force. I'll show the different speeds. In order to turn it on, you do just depress the button on the bottom and it will immediately come on. This one is a little bit louder than some of the other ones that I've taken a look at, but hopefully you can see some of the vibrations on the device here. I can definitely feel it vibrating in my hand. The aluminum handle on it doesn't take a lot of that away from it, but it is definitely a powerful massage, I can tell just by holding it here. This is on the lowest speed. There is a few different buttons on the bottom that indicate that. If I go ahead and press it there, you see it is on the second speed now with these white lights. So this is 5,500 percussions per minute, or vibrations per minute, I should say. Third speed here, 6,000, and then its highest speed, we're at 7,000 vibrations per minute. Definitely really, really fast. You probably can't even see that on the camera, but if I were to put this up against my bracelet here, you can definitely hear that it's vibrating. So I'm going to go ahead and just show the stall force. First I'll go against the side, and then I'll go against the top. So I'm pushing pretty hard here. You see that the head on it takes a lot of that force away from it, but it's not going to stall. Same thing if I try to press down on it. So stall force, not really a factor with these devices. This one specifically doesn't have any sort of Bluetooth capability, so you're not going to be able to control this with an app or anything. It's not adjustable. It is at this fixed angle. You really do have just the handle to move and adjust around with it. So just want to show it actually in use. So you've got these different attachment heads on it that I mentioned earlier. You've got the bullet head and the 2 flat heads. really designed to target different areas. So something like this bullet head would be perfect if you're trying to massage the small muscles on your hands, or really get into a small little trigger point area on anywhere on your arms or wrists, or anywhere on your body. The flat head is good for just moving back and forth if you have lotions or anything that you want to massage into an area. The vibrations on this are much less aggressive than a percussive massage gun because it's not percussing back and forth, but you're getting a lot more desensitization to pain. The vibrations are really, targeting those nerve receptors, which is going to desensitize whatever area you're targeting, but also still help draw blood flow in. Definitely is very comfortable. These types of devices are great if you're trying to get up around your head and your neck, which is typically a little bit more dangerous with a true percussive massage gun. That hammering can really potentially hit areas that it shouldn't be. So you've got a lot more control with a vibrational type device like this. You can get certainly closer to your neck and to some of these other areas and really target those appropriately and safely. Certainly a lot of power behind this device. The battery on this is a 2,550 milliamp battery. It does take about 4.5 hours to charge, but with that full charge, you're gonna get anywhere between 4 to 7 hours of usage on it. And that's gonna just vary on what speed you're using it and how much pressure you are applying on it. Even though it's not gonna stall, that pressure is still gonna have an impact on the motor and how much that battery is having to be used. With that full charge, it's really gonna result in anywhere from 24 to 42 sessions. So you're gonna get a lot of use out of this with one charge, which is one of the big benefits of this compared to a lot of other devices of this size. The battery on this is not removable, so it is a situation, unfortunately, that once the battery is dead, the device is really dead. You're gonna have to try to recycle it or potentially contact the company to see if they can replace it for you. This is a little bit louder than some of the other devices like this that I've seen, and I think a lot of it is due to the metal housing on the handle here. But generally speaking, they are very quiet devices. You're not gonna interrupt anybody using this. They're definitely quieter than massage guns because there's a lot less moving pieces. The hand feel on this is good. I think it's a really good size. If you're used to holding a flashlight, this is gonna be perfect for you. Nothing overly heavy. It weighs 1.15 pounds. Certainly evenly balanced with the weight. You got a little bit more towards the end with this massage head, but for the most part, it is an even distribution. I think the one thing it could use is maybe a little silicone grip on the handle, but generally speaking, in terms of the diameter of the handle, it's a good hand feel. It's not too big. It's even distribution of the weight and everything there. The price of this is $130. It does come with a 2-year warranty. Bob and Brad is gonna back that up no matter what goes wrong with it. In terms of the things that I like about this device, I like the weight of it. I think it's very portable. I like that it comes with a case. A lot of the devices that are similar to this that I've taken a look at didn't always necessarily come with a case, which is one little knock that I had on them. You do have a few different things to carry around with it. So just being able to carry that cord and the instruction manual together with it and have the case to protect your device is a positive for me. I think the battery life on this is really the biggest win out of everything. The fact that you can get almost 42 uses out of it without having to recharge it is a huge win. It's definitely a device that is, again, targeted towards people that aren't looking for that really aggressive massage. So I think that's a win if you're that type of person. In terms of the things that I think they could maybe improve with this, I mentioned earlier, just having some sort of silicone grip on the handle I think would be helpful. If you do start to get sweaty hands or if you're using lotions or anything with this massager, just having this brush metal is gonna be a little bit more slippery. I don't love that the only button is on the bottom of the device. I would like if there was some sort of button right naturally where your thumb would want to be, just to be able to adjust the speeds a little bit easier. Now, it's a very nitpicky thing, but again, if I'm just going to pick it apart and actually be truthfully honest about it, that's just one thought that I had. And then lastly, I do wish the attachment heads were a little bit bigger. For me, really, this big flat one is the only one that I truly enjoy using. I think this one on the end is also okay with the silicone, but these other two are just a little bit too small for me. I don't know if it's that they're too short or what it is exactly, but they both feel very similar to me, this bullet head attachment and the small flat head attachment. I do wish they had either bigger attachments or maybe something that could slip over them to enlarge them a little bit. But overall, for the price point, I think this is a very good device. I think these vibrational devices that we're starting to see of this more, like I said, non-percussion massager are gonna become more popular. I think it's going to be the next wave of popularity that you sort of saw with the massage guns and how they're being sold in a lot of different retail outlets. I'm starting to see a lot of companies produce something like this. So I do expect that come this holiday season, we're going to see a lot of these types of devices. But Bob and Brad continues to make quality devices. I don't have any huge complaints about this one. I think the price point is right on par with where it should be compared to other devices on the market. Again, at $130, I think that's pretty fair. Sometimes on Amazon, you can get a discount on that as well with some of the coupon codes. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But otherwise, that is the Bob and Brad VibeFlow. If you guys have questions about this, go ahead, drop it in the comments down below. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. Hit that notification bell to get notified anytime I have new videos. I always like to take a look at new products that come out like this. So continue to keep an eye on my channel for new products. As we get into the holiday season, it tends to be a popular time for companies to release new products. So I'm excited to see what's ahead for this holiday season and what other devices I'm gonna be able to take a look at on this channel. But that is the Bob and Brad VibeFlow. That's a review. Enjoy your recovery.